And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Matlack Field on the campus of Earlham College here in Richmond, Indiana, as we are set for Game 2 of the Quakers men's soccer season. The Quakers coming off a disappointing loss yesterday in their home opener against Elmhurst. The Blue Jays defeating the Quakers 3-0. 2 goals late in the second half really put the Quakers behind in that match, and then a third goal in the second half really put the game out of reach. Quakers were not able to put together any offensive cohesion, and not string together really any offensive attacks in the second half. The first half, they had a couple of chances that were really defended nicely by the Blue Jays. So the Quakers will hope to take the lessons learned last night into today's game against the Trine Thunder. The Thunder, they too lost yesterday. They played at Anderson, losing 3-1. And in that game, their goalkeeper was given a red card at around 17 minutes, or in the 18th minute, actually. So a different keeper came in and promptly gave up a couple of goals from what we were told. And they lose 3-1. Now, last year, the Thunder were 8-11-1 overall, 5-9 in conference in the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Association, which happens to be the oldest conference in this land. I'll have you know. They were 5-6 on the road, 0-1-1 on neutral turf, and as I mentioned, 3-4 at home. So the Thunder looking forward to getting their season turned around with an early victory here at Matlack Field. That goal was scored by Christian De La Paz, a junior from Elkhart. The Quakers have yet to get on the scoreboard. Now, we will be back with more of the pregame action, and we certainly want to thank the pregame sponsor, Farm Bureau Insurance, with Kevin Shearer. You are listening to and watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hi, this is Troy Dargowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers, you know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
The Earlham College tennis programs have several options when it comes to courts on campus. The EC tennis courts, located on the south end of campus near Darrell Bean Stadium, feature 10 hard courts complete with windscreens that both the men's and women's tennis programs use as the site for varsity competition. The U courts, located just south of the Athletics and Wellness Center, serve as practice courts outdoors, while True Blood Fieldhouse hosts 2 indoor courts in case of rain for practice.
Back at Matlack Field here on the campus of Earlham College. Here are your starting lineups. First for the home Quakers here on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame report. In goal for the Quakers will be a senior from Champaign, Illinois, number 33, Talon Alexander. Number 5, a junior from Silver Spring, Maryland, Ishmael Lapp Kamara. A freshman from Lake Oswego, Oregon, number 6, Paget Gustafson. A sophomore from Decatur, Georgia, number 7, Liam Ferguson. A junior from Olympia, Washington, number 8, Aiden Clemmer. A junior from Middlesex, New Jersey, number 11, Victor Zuniga. A junior from Newport News, Virginia, number 12, Nicholas Dye. A senior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 15, Brett Marshall. A sophomore from Tacoma Park, Maryland, number 20, Hockey Johnson. A junior from Belgrade, Serbia, number 21, Vyacheslav Tatarovich. And a freshman from Victor, New York, number 22, Joel Balls. That will round out your starting lineup. We'll be back with the lineup for the Trine Thunder in just a moment. You're watching Quaker Soccer on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame report here on RadioTroy.com.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, Richmond Power and Light is advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. For more information on Richmond Power and Light, go to their website at rp-l.com. Richmond Power and Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
Back here at Matlack Field as we are just a couple of moments away from opening kick. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Trine Thunder. In goal, a junior from Elkhart, Indiana, number 1, William Macedo. A sophomore from Greenwood, Indiana, number 4, Ryan Craig. A junior from Mason, Michigan, number 5, Bill Wilson. A junior from Portsmouth, Ohio, number 8, Mason Pelfrey. A sophomore from Plainwell, Michigan, number 9, Cole Mabey. A sophomore from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 10, Kyle Wainscott. A junior from Elkhart, Indiana, number 11, Christian De La Paz. And let's see, I'm not sure where number 12, Brandon Villanueva, is from, but he will be starting. Sophomore from Avon, Ohio, number 13, Kurt Wysocki. A junior from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 19, Ryan Bossy. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Thunder, a junior from Noblesville, Indiana, number 21, Breck Musselman. So again, for the Thunder, it'll be Macedo in goal, Craig, Wilson, Pelfrey, Mabey, Wainscott, De La Paz, Villanueva, Wysocki, Bossy, and Musselman. And again, for the Quakers, in goal will be Talon Alexander. And then you have Lap Kamara, Gustafson, Ferguson, Clemmer, Zuniga, Dye, Marshall, Johnson, Tatarovich, Balls, and there you go. The Quakers are coached by Sam Bird in his 2nd season. The Thunder are coached by Trevor Farrell in his 5th season. The official discussing some recipes with the Earlham. Let's see, that looks like Nicholas Dye and maybe Victor Zuniga that may have a new casserole recipe. And here we go. Quakers attacking in the home whites from left to right on your screen. The Trine Thunder in the checkerboard shirts, the maize in blue, will be attacking from right to left on your screen. Pelfrey tried to find Wysocki, and he does. Wysocki goes up top. Spinning around is Wainscott. He will put a ball in towards the net, and Alexander is there easily. And Talon Alexander gets the first save of the match. I mentioned Trine losing yesterday to Anderson 3-1 on 13 shots. The Quakers had 10 shots yesterday, but none of them hit the back of the net. They certainly were looking forward to turning that around. A nice job by Ferguson. Puts it out front for Dye. It will be cleared by Pelfrey. Quakers will throw in from the touch line here on the near side. Ferguson will take the ball for the Quakers. Min the Master has alerted us that the Quakers will start out in a 4-2-3-1 set. as the pass attempt from Zuniga will fall into the hands of Macedo, the keeper for the Thunder. Action there on the far side. Probing ball is kicked in deep into the attacking territory for the Thunder, but to no avail, as Gustafsson was there easily. Here's Klemmer in the middle of the pitch. Finds Dye. Dye will spin. Puts a nice ball out in front of Ferguson. Ferguson has room to run. The Trine defenders are a little behind. Centers the ball, and it looked like a handball right there in front by Villanueva, but no call, and the ball is finally cleared. But that was a nice opportunity for the Quakers to get an early goal. And then here on the counter is the Thunder, but that is stolen by Tatarovich. Now Ferguson will spin and have that ball taken away by Craig. Ferguson gets it back. There's Dye. He has room to run. No Quakers in the center. He spins, still has the ball. He puts a shot up and just over the crossbar. Just about 4 inches over the crossbar. What great dribbling by Nicholas Dye, making the Trine defenders miss repeatedly. It's early in the match. That's why there's so much excitement. Drill down. You know, later in the game, it's gonna wane. We are just 3 minutes into this match, and so far the Quakers have had a couple of opportunities for an early goal. Macedo puts the ball into play. Marshall with the header. And again, it looks like the Thunder defenders are having a little trouble tracking the ball. The wind is blowing in the same direction from last night, from the top left of your screen towards the bottom right, which would be kind of northeast to southwest here in Richmond. Ferguson battling for the ball. Craig will try to kick it off of Ferguson. It stays in play. Dye is down in the corner, and that's right to Ferguson. That was a misclearance by the Thunder. Zuniga could not keep that ball in the attacking third, and here come the Thunder. That ball is put out front for Wainscott. Wainscott finds Wilson. Wilson's still alive. He will put a shot up that goes just over goal. That was a little too close of an opportunity for Coach Sam Bird. So Talon Alexander will get the goal kick. But early on in this match, a nice fast-paced activity for both sides, and both sides with a couple of nice opportunities to score. Alexander boots it deep into Quaker attacking territory. Dye does not get a hold of it. Zuniga battling for the ball. He will kick it a far side to Marshall. Marshall looking for some room to run. He puts it out for Dye. Dye has a couple of folks in the box. And a header attempt by Ferguson. He misses the ball, but a great opportunity. And Klemmer could not keep the ball in play, so it will be a throw-in for the Thunder. That was a nice cross from Dye. And a very good attempt by Ferguson. He just missed that header, but that was due to some strong defending, and the Thunder give it away in Earlham's attacking zone. Tatarovich kicks it off of Bossi. Ferguson again battling, and it will remain Quaker ball. And Ball's with his first opportunity to touch the ball, and here's Klemmer. He'll drop it back a little soft to Tatarovich. Tatarovich gets it, though, over to Balls. And just some training exercise moves there as they worked in the pyramid, and ultimately the Thunder come out with it. Wilson out top, tries to find Wainscott, but Alexander will clear it again deep into Thunder territory. Good job by Marshall, but a better sliding tackle by De La Paz. Quakers will drop it back to Alexander, and he mishits that ball. And it will be Thunder throw-in right in front of the Quaker bench. It'll probably help if I get this off of your screen. My apologies. We have played about 7 minutes, and currently your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard is 0-0. Couple of scoring opportunities for both sides. But I believe only officially one save for Alexander. I'm not sure Macedo. I think Macedo may have been credited for a save as well. Min the Master says maybe. Said there was a save. Knocked off of the ball was Hockey Johnson. And the Thunder, they put the ball out front with two players. There's Wilson. He will center it, and cleared briefly by the Quakers, and then a nice spinning kick by the Thunder that misses the goal, but not by much. That was a good idea by the Thunder. I'm not sure, trying to get that gentleman's number 13, looked like Wysocki. So Lap Kamara will put the kick into play. Taterovich battling for it. It will come back to Gustafsson. Wysocki puts it up, and it will go right into the hands of Alexander. Alexander goes fast to Gustafsson, who finds Balls. Balls over to Johnson. Johnson puts it out for Zuniga. Victor was knocked from behind, and that's going to be a foul call just across midfield. So the Quakers with the free kick. Gustafsson changes places with Klemmer, and it looks like Klemmer will take the kick. Klemmer sends it up high and found the foot of Gustafsson, but it will go out of play for a goal kick by the Thunder. You see a good shot of the construction of the new soccer facility being built here on the campus. We'll look forward to having that done for the 2017 season. And again, thank you to all the donors for making that possible, along with all of the recent improvements here at Earlham College. The Sadler Stadium, the renovations being done that had been done to Bean Stadium, new Drewley Performance Gym, really a lot of great things happening here on the campus. Quakers with the throw-in. Ferguson throws it into Balls. Balls does get the ball. He'll spin. Dye getting a little frustrated, it appears, and there was Zuniga completely unmarked. He drops it off to Marshall. Marshall will have a shot. Blocked by Macedo. Ball still alive, and finally cleared by the Thunder. And that may have been the biggest missed opportunity for the Quakers early in this season, is a shot by Marshall that Macedo went to ground to block and looked like he left his feet a little early. Be a Quaker throw-in. Dye, a nice move. Still with the ball. Puts it out for Zuniga. Victor loses the ball, and it will be a goal kick. But early on, if you're a Quaker fan, you like all of the activity and the work rate being done in their attacking third. Hard to score goals if you're not in position, and the Quakers have put themselves in position early in this match, and that's a good sign. The more pressure that you put on those defenders and the keeper, the better your chances to finally break through and get a ball in the back of the net. And I think the Quakers are very close to achieving that very thing. That was a nice pass to Marshall from Dye. But ultimately, the Thunder come away with it. Wayne Scott drops it back to Craig. And it goes all the way back now to De La Paz, who will play it over to Maybe. Maybe His pass is intercepted by Hockey Johnson. Zuniga back to Hockey. Hockey puts it out and nearly gets it past the defender to a waiting Nicholas Dye. Again, the Thunder defenders not quite in sequence. Here's Taterovich. Tried to get it to Ferguson. It was blocked by Bossy. Quakers looking much more active on the offensive side in today's match. Gustafsson prevents that ball from getting any further into their territory. It will be a throw-in for the Quakers. Klemmer spins to the far side, drops it off to Johnson. Johnson will send it up high. And it went right to Mason Pelfrey of the Thunder. Nice drop pass to Zuniga, who gets it over to Klemmer. Nice pass to himself. Quakers have the attack. They have 3 players in the middle of the pitch. Dye loses the handle, but Marshall keeps it alive. Quakers still with the ball, still have an opportunity on the attack. And that will be the first corner of the match, and it will go in the Quakers' favor.
What'd you say? Corner? Okay. 32?
So Joe Balls will take the corner for the Quakers. This ball will travel with the wind.
I thought you said 30. Okay, yeah. Not like that.
The sun will not be in the eyes of
When he kicks it.
anyone other than Joe Balls here on this. Tecton really is not in their view at all. It's not setting as it was last night. Klemmer, the ball up top. His shot blocked. Gustafsson could not keep it alive, and here's the counter by the Thunder. Out on the break, and that pass will not find Wayne Scott.
I'm still trying to figure out everything.
Hockey Johnson looking for a place to go with the ball and kicks it right to Bill Wilson in the middle of the pitch. Klemmer battling for it. Gustafsson now will put some air under it, sends it up high. Alternating possessions here. Zuniga with the steal. The interception, and Balls finds Dye. Dye spins, puts it back to Balls. Balls with a nice move, has some open run in the center of the pitch, slides, and that's going to be a foul. It was outside of the box, so it'll be a free kick just outside of the penalty area. Very fortuitous for the Thunder. Didn't quite see, Men says that was no foul. However, this will present a good opportunity for the Quakers. They believe the Thunder just ran up to try to prevent the Quakers from going quickly. We'll see who takes the kick in this set piece for the Quakers. It looks like Victor Zuniga or Lap Kamara will take it. Lap Kamara and sends it over the wall and also over the goal. It's a good opportunity for the Quakers, and as a last shot attempt sailed over the crossbar as well. But as I mentioned earlier, the Quakers continuing to pepper Macedo and the Thunder goal with shots. At some point, it's going to pay off for Earlham. 29 minutes and some change remaining in this first half. Macedo puts the left foot into the ball and gets it to midfield. Klemmer heads it down, and that's a foul against Klemmer. Wysocki took the free kick and back underway. Wysocki gets the ball back. Ferguson closes in. Klemmer with the initial block, and that ball is corralled by Taterovich, and it goes out of play, and it should be a throw-in for the Quakers. Lap Kamara. Oh, excuse me, it was a foul. Oh, offsides? Offsides, I apologize. Here's Dye. Drops it off to Ferguson. Ferguson looking for a cross, and that cross is blocked out of play by Maybe. Quakers throw it in quickly. Zuniga, as Ferguson took the throw. Ferguson trying to get around the defender, does not. And the Thunder on the counterattack. Musselman misses getting the ball to Wainscott. Klemmer spins. Drops the ball off to Gustafsson. Marshall on that far side. Throw in by Hockey Johnson. Right to Victor, and Marshall battle for it, and Marshall has some room to run. Gets it to Dye. He has Ferguson on this side, Marshall on the far side. Marshall chasing down Pelfrey, and it will be a throw for the, or is it a corner? We have the subs coming in. Logan Young will come in for the Thunder. Yuki Adams will check in for the Quakers. So Yuki will replace Brett Marshall for 9. 9 checking out, maybe, for the Thunder. So the Quakers with their second corner. And that ball is over the crossbar. Very close to a goal for the Quakers, and they continue to put the pressure on keeper William Macedo.
Thank you. There's a lot not much there. That's why you have two, right? No way. So the other ones can see it.
Part of that, the official motion to those guys, I didn't see him. When he motioned for those guys to come in, that's when I thought we were looking for the other. Yeah, sometimes he will do it.
That you do, or you work.
Oftentimes he'll be pretty close. But I'm sorry, I would have helped you out, but I didn't see it.
I do this. For basketball and hockey, I did
Okay. I didn't know if you like.
Dye dropping the ball back off to Balls. Balls will find Ferguson. Puts a nice ball out in front of Liam. He has Dye in the center. Ferguson waits. Gets around the defender, but it was a heavy touch, and it's going to be cleared for a corner. No, a goal kick. I thought it was off of the Thunder player. Men's eagle eyes tell me no. It's a goal kick. You're just the best. No one. Always. I've been married 23 years. I've known I've been wrong for 23 years, man. Taterovich heads it to Klemmer, who tries to head it to himself, and Ferguson will battle for the ball. He is knocked out of play, and it's going to be Quaker throw-in. Ryan Bossy not happy with that. I think it was one of those situations where the official could have called a foul or just give the ball to the Quakers. Gustafsson to Balls. Balls sends it over to Hockey Johnson. Quakers have some numbers forward and very nearly getting the ball to Zuniga, but blocked by Ryan Craig. Wysocki on the move, drops it on the far side to Villanueva. Lap Kamara to Balls. Balls in the midfield, dropping it back to Taterovich. Klemmer. Back to Taterovich. Sends it up to Liam Ferguson. Will it stay in play? It does. Ball right in front of, and Liam slips. Tried to control the ball from going forward. Stays with it, keeps the ball. And then finally Wysocki will come out with it and gets it to Wilson. Wilson in the center of the pitch. Nice crossover on Klemmer. But Lap Kamara is there and intercepts it, gets it to Balls. Balls with a nice move. A lot of trading of possession here in midfield. Wysocki sends it over to Villanueva. Stolen by Yuki Adams. Yuki has room to run. Puts it out in front for Dye, but it will be cleared by Craig. Yuki goes quickly, gets it into Victor Zuniga. Back to Yuki. Yuki will drive and has the ball clipped from him by Pelfrey. Good defending by Mason. Again, the Quaker players wanted a handball, no call. Musselman drops it up front. Here is Wilson. And he has a streaking Musselman in mid-pitch, and Alexander, again, gets his foot underneath it a little too much, a little more than he would have wanted. But it goes right to Ferguson, who finds Balls. Balls looking for something. He gets underneath that ball, trying to find Dye. Bossy. Wysocki nearly had it stolen from him as De La Paz drops it all the way back to Pelfrey. De La Paz in the circle. Lap Kamara to Clemmer. Clemmer surveys the pitch and will drop it in front for Yuki Adams. Yuki puts a nice ball in front for Dye, just a little heavy. Good idea and a good angle, just a little heavy on the touch. Tatarovich closing in on Bossy makes him put a tough ball, and Lap Kamara will retrieve it for the Quakers. Victor in midfield to Balls. Balls drops it off to Tatarovich. And that will be out of play by Wysocki. Throw in for the Quakers. Aqib Mohammed will come in for the Quakers as Liam Ferguson will take a rest. The Thunder with the throw. Wysocki to Bossy. Tried to find Villanueva, but it goes right to Clemmer. Clemmer out front, pushed off of his line by Villanueva. Still working against Villanueva. Clemmer tried to center it and just mishit the ball. Yuki Adams with a shot, and it goes just wide. Good idea by Yuki. Again, continuing to put shots in front of goal. .20 minutes remaining in this first half. Macedo gets some air under it. Joe Balls. Good job shielding the Thunder defender. Tatarovich battling against two Trine defenders. That is going to be Wayne Scott on this side. And it will wind up being a Quaker ball. Lap Kamara to Clemmer. Mohammed loses it, and it will be a throw for the Thunder. Trey Vaughan will check in for Ryan Bossy. Alexander runs into his own player, Hockey Johnson, but Alexander comes up with the ball. That was scripted. That's what they intended. Alexander punts it high. Logan Young puts it up. Tatarovich drops it back to Lap Kamara. De La Paz. Now Yuki puts it up for Dye. And again, just a little heavy. think the Thunder bench wanted it offsides. Vaughan to Wysocki. De La Paz. He'll put it up for Vaughan. Good pass. Vaughan has some room to run. And a good closeout by Lap Kamara. It will be a throw for the Thunder, but a good tackle by Ismail, the junior from Silver Spring, Maryland, a suburb of Washington, D.C. Yuki Adams to Victor Zuniga. Clemmer puts it out for Mohammed. Now Victor. Spacing was not good there for the Quakers. And now the Thunder will try for the attack. Clemmer with some nice sliding tackle, continuing to keep the ball, possession of the ball for the Quakers. And another good tackle, this time by Pelfrey. It will be a Quaker throw. Quaker substitutions. Shogo Shimada will check in for the Quakers, as will Micah Rowland. Victor Zuniga will check out. So will Vojislav Tatarovich. So Rowland will play up top. He saw a lot of action up front in yesterday's loss. So some fresh legs up top. We'll see how that plays in to the Quakers' favor. That's going to be hit right towards me. Hands were ready. Young drops it back. Now back to Young. De La Paz to Vaughan to Young. Really just a warm-up exercise going on right now. And the possession to the Quakers. Muhammad puts it out front for Dye. Dye's going to have a shot. Keeper is out of line, and what a great job of saving the ball by the defender, and I believe that's going to be Craig. Not entirely sure how the Quakers don't score there. But give credit to Craig for getting back. He was out of the play, saw that Macedo was off his line and out of position, and got right to the point where Dye's shot was going and kept it from going across the goal. And if you were watching the broadcast last night, Dye had a similar situation happen to where he had an attempt and it was rolling very slowly, and I'm not sure how it even stayed out of goal, but it did last night, and he finds the same type of situation here. And we may have a booking here. No, it looks like the official's just having a word with Wysocki. And a nice job of officiating, not going too quick to a card. Just having a quick word. But it is a foul against the Thunder, so the Quakers will have a free kick. Taking the kick will be Dye. Dye puts his foot into it and again sails it high. Subs. Jamison Beaver, a freshman from Greenfield, Indiana, and Alexander Bond, a freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana, checking in for De La Paz and Musselman. Joe Ball's coming out of the game for the Quakers. And let's see, it was Pele Tracy who came in for Earlham. Yuki Adams with the interception. He will switch it to Muhammad. Muhammad, a little heavy touch, but puts the ball in front of Dye. Punched away by Macedo. And here's Vaughan. Again, a heavy touch, but missed by Hockey Johnson. That allows the Thunder to continue the attack, but they wind up giving the ball away. Clemmer back to Hockey. Aiden will drop it all the way back to Alexander. And again, Alexander with a little bit of a miss hit. Tracy with the back header. Winds up with the ball again. And here's Rowland. He's got fresh legs. Dye on his left. Muhammad on his right. Continues to run up the center. Gets it to Muhammad. It was a little behind him. Muhammad will fire left foot as it bent towards the right, but it goes just high. And I like that idea by the Richmond native. One of the many freshmen on this Quaker squad. As a matter of fact, I believe there's only 3 seniors on this squad. And maybe 5 juniors. So very young are the Quakers. Tracy. Not a good pass. Vaughan has it stolen by Tracy. And a good pass in front for Rowland. Rowland stops. Drops it back to Adams. Adams to Clemmer. Clemmer looks.
I'm still learning my ways.
Good move by Rowland. Sliding tackle by, I think it was Wasaki, and he comes up with a little hitch in his giddy up.
Oh, sorry. I still wanted to blow away.
11 and a half minutes remaining in this half. Pretty good match so far. Some offensive opportunities for both sides, but I would say it is decidedly in the Quakers' favor in terms of the offensive opportunities. And realistically, it should be 2-0 in the Quakers' favor. Of course, Men is going to say 1-0. Well, you know, I could have said 1 and he said, 2.
See, he's on my side.
Taylor is the best. Men is Men is meh.
That's right. See, man.
Hockey Johnson.
I just hit Brian, that's all.
Dye tries to get it to Muhammad. Vaughan will come out with the ball. Young to Wainscott. Shimada and Vaughan collide. Dye. We got an offsides call against Dye. So it will be a free kick for the Thunder.
I can never tell offsides. I can never.
You look at the referee. This one.
What's he do?
If he's offside,
I want to remind you to stay tuned at halftime for the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Halftime Report.
That's a good thing to know. I was looking. So
Hopefully it will be discussing a Quaker goal. A number of opportunities. If you hate me, why do you touch me? Methinks thou doth protest too much. Think you secretly love me. I mean, who doesn't really? Let's be honest about it.
hey, you're the MVP. You're awesome.
Taylor is quickly gliding up the charts of the. Hey, whoa. The Thunder have not had a lot of possession in their attacking third, but they have a little bit there, and it goes away to Yuki Adams. Puts the ball up, tries to find Dye. Dye will get to it and has room to run.
all yours.
And waiting for some Quaker assistance on the offensive side. There's Mohammed. Tried to get it back to Dye and couldn't, but Akib still will maintain possession. Tracy drops it back to Shimada. Quakers do now finally have some numbers up front, but they give away possession. Wainscott to Wilson. Tracy has the ball taken away by Beaver. Beaver to Vaughan. Vaughan to Wainscott, and then Wysocki will try to find Vaughan again. And a Thunder player goes to the ground. That's Wainscott. Let's see if it's going to be a booking. And it appears that the official is going to give the same courtesy to Earlham that he gave to Trine. A nice little talking to. And it will just be a free kick for the Thunder. And it appears that Kyle Wainscott, the sophomore from Lawrence North in Indianapolis, Wilson has the ball taken away. Shimada loses possession. The Thunder center it, cleared by Tracy. Roland, can he get there? He does. Has Dye, puts it out in front for Nicholas. Nicholas with only one defender to beat. And he puts the shot up and again sends it high. Good work by Dye and Roland. Valentino Mbaya will check in for Akib Mohammed. Macedo will put the ball into play as we are under 7 minutes to go in the half. And nearly losing the ball was Young. That would have been a costly mistake. That was a very nice attempt at a heel pass by Wainscott. Vaughan does come up with the ball. He will try to center it and hits it off of Shimada for the Thunder's first corner. And it looks like Wilson will take the corner for the Thunder. The junior from Mason, Michigan. Ball sent up. A lot of air underneath it. Headed away by Gustafsson. And there's a shot that goes wide. Dan is doing a fantastic job on the horn. Sam Plinky, a freshman from Hilliard, Ohio, will check in for Nicholas Dye. Dye getting a much-deserved rest. But another note, very fresh legs up top for the Quakers. Assistant coach Aaron Gustine has a word with Dye. No doubt working on some strategic changes to be made in the second half. As Dye is definitely getting room to run. And the Quakers just want to maintain that and then cash in on those opportunities. Good idea, but Gustafsson trying to get the ball to Mbaya. Vaughan to Beaver, who drops it back to Young. Wilson. Beaver. Hockey Johnson gets it to Gustafsson, who clears it. Plinky could not keep the ball. And it is cleared by Pelfrey. Up to Young. Wilson. Wainscott. And that will be sent to the far side by Tracy. Best coach in America right behind me. Who's got great players like Dan to my left. And we will have Brady Bubb, a freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana, come in for Shimada. Throw in for the Quakers. Hockey Johnson on the far side. A little heavy touch. Gets the possession back to Tracy. Tracy swings and misses. And Vaughan could not get that ball. And here's Bubb. Scott Mbaya out in front. He'll center it to Plinky. Back to Bubb. And Bubb gets under it. Plinky with Roland in the middle. Roland. And we're going to have a foul. Good sportsmanship there between Roland and Wysocki. but it will be a free kick for the Thunder. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the half. So far, a pretty good match. Again, tilted offensively to the Quakers, but give the Trine defenders some credit. They've done enough to keep the Quakers from putting the ball in net. But there have been more opportunities than I'm sure Coach Farrell would have wanted. Can Bub get there? And he does. He clears it, but it looks like it's going to be a corner. No, sir. It's going to be a goal kick. So Alexander will put the ball into play for Earlham. Lap Kamara puts the ball into play. Here's Roland. Backheads it for Yuki. And stolen by Villanueva. Yuki with the ball. Continuing to battle. Drops it back to Hockey. Tracy goes to ground, but manages to get the ball over to Yuki Adams. He goes to ground. Continues with possession. Now Clemmer. Quakers will switch, and we have a whistle. A foul against Trine. And it looks like Gustafson will take the kick. Earlham will send everyone forward. With just a minute and a half remaining, this may be the Quakers' last gasp for an offensive opportunity here in the first half. Clemmer keeps it alive. Umbaya will get the throw. Bub will take it. Bub throws it deep to Roland. And it's going to be a goal kick. Roland tried to sell that it was off of the Thunder player. You know, the numbers on the front of the Trine jerseys are absolutely useless. You cannot see them. Now, from the back, great. Love the unis, love the kit, but the numbers on the front, worthless. For a broadcaster, I should say. Maybe I'm not even a broadcaster. For some idiot sitting at this table right here talking on the microphone, it's terrible. Beaver tries to destroy Earlham equipment. Kicks it over to the chair. Bub, again, tries to find Roland. And Mbaya will head that ball, continues to stay in play. Here's Plinky. And that will be a Quaker throw. And that will do it. So we have reached half. 0-0 is the score. And we'll be back with the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Halftime Report in just a moment. You're watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
It takes a lot of pieces working together to run a successful business in today's world. One big piece is your connectivity, powered by your internet. For local businesses in Richmond, you have options for who provides your internet. When deciding who to go with, you need to look at Parallax Systems, fiber optic packaging for your benefit. Speed, reliability, and local service, you get it all with Parallax Systems, a division of RP&L. Visit online at parallax.ws or call 962-3770. The Sports Game Changer is now in Richmond. This is Troy Darengowski. If you want sports coverage you can count on, look to RadioTroy.com. We'll have everything from the Red Devils to the Pacers and Colts, and don't forget IU and Purdue. Also check out our play-by-play coverage of high school and college athletics and the daily sports page. We are the Game Changer. Radio Troy Digital Sports and RadioTroy.com.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
Built in 1923, Trueblood Fieldhouse received a renovation in 1999 when the Athletics and Wellness Center was added to campus. Named after Edwin P. Trueblood, class of 1885, the Fieldhouse served as the home for Quaker indoor athletics and physical education from 1923 to 1999. Today, a multi-purpose floor allows for athletic teams to practice indoors as well as intramural competition to occur. A basketball practice court and indoor golf studio were added in 2016 to allow both Earlham's basketball programs and golf teams to practice on natural surface indoors. A track on the second floor of the facility allows for walking and running.
Back at Matlack Field here on the campus of Earlham College, we are at the half. And your Wesley Bates Wealth Management halftime report finds the Earlham Quakers 0, the Trine Thunder 0 as well. The Quakers decidedly more offensive opportunities with 11 shots, only 2 on target, while the Thunder with 2 shots, neither of which were on target. The Quakers will look to continue that offensive opportunities here in the second half and continuing to outpace the Thunder defenders. And we talked about earlier in the match, the Thunder defenders looked a little out of sorts, not quite a cohesive unit, losing the ball frequently and not finding any of their compatriots when they tried to get outlets after intercepting the ball. Well, hopefully the Quakers can cash in here in the second half and put a goal on the scoreboard. So again, we are tied at 0-0 here at the Wesley Bates Wealth Management halftime report. We'll take another break, and we'll come back with more in just a few moments. You're watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
Randall R. Sadler Stadium serves as the home of the Earlham College baseball program. Located on the south end of campus, it was built during the summer of 2013 and is named after former Earlham baseball player and member of the class of 1963, Randy Sadler. The stadium features an all-turf playing surface and playing dimensions of 310 feet down the left field line, 390 feet to straightaway center field, and 325 feet to right field. On the first base side, there is a hitting area that is 80 feet by 45 feet, which includes 2 cages and drill area. There are also bullpens next to each dugout. A unique feature is the Maroon Monster, a 30-foot high fence that extends 50 feet from the left field line. On the outside of the stadium, there is a viewing mound down the right field line. There are also 180 chairback seats, bleachers, and a party patio seating area for fans and spectators. A 2-story facility behind home plate features the Cliff Dickman Media Center, the Avis Stewart Clubhouse, Earlham's baseball locker room, concessions, coaches' offices, umpire room, a training room, and restroom facilities.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. It's not just about the quality work, it's also about customer service. It's about attention to details and making absolutely sure you are 100% satisfied. If that's the kind of experience you want in your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Give them a call at 966-0994. Hitters Hangout Academy has everything you need to train year-round to become a better player. They offer everything from cage rentals to private lessons and specialized classes. They offer hitting, infield play, outfield play, catching, pitching, strength, and agility for baseball and softball players alike. Their goal is to leave players with a better understanding of the game and to learn why they do certain things, and as always, play the game the right way. For more information, go to their website, hittershangoutacademy.com. Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all handpicked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at Tony'sCarsales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
There is one thing for sure in my life. I know nothing about fixing cars. That's why I take my vehicles to Beach Automotive at 110 East Main in Richmond. Their experts have the knowledge to service and repair even the most challenging auto problems. So if you have an automotive question, they have the answers at Beach Automotive. 110 East Main in Richmond, or give them a call at 765-966-8181, or visit their website, beach-auto.com.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Hey Chuck, where you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for like the elite lifters or athletes only?
No, at FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Darrell Bean Stadium, located due south of the Athletics and Wellness Center, is home to the Earlham football, field hockey, track and field, women's lacrosse, and men's lacrosse teams. Completed in 2007, the stadium received a facelift in 2012 in the form of field turf and an 8-lane track. Named after Darrell Bean, class of 1955, and former director of admissions, the stadium seats up to 2,000 people. The Earlham football team calls a 90-person locker room their home during the fall, while each team who visits Darrell Bean Stadium uses the 80-person visiting locker room. Storage areas, concession stands, and restrooms are other amenities the stadium offers. Darrell Bean Stadium, located The Energy Center is located in the west side of the Athletics and Wellness Center. The weight room is open to the Earlham campus as well as members of the Richmond community. The center features state-of-the-art fitness equipment such as treadmills, ellipticals, stationary bicycles, rowing machines, strength training equipment, free weights, and more.
And thanks for tuning in to the Wesley Bates Halftime Report, the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Halftime Report. We appreciate it. 0-0 is your score, and we are getting set to kick off the second half. Here in the second half, the Thunder in the blue and checkerboard uniforms will attack from left to right on your screen, while the Quakers in the white obviously will attack from right to left on your screen. As we mentioned earlier, the Quakers had 11 shots in that first half with only 2 on target, compared to the Trine Thunder, who had only 2 shots, none of which were on target. And we'll have our first foul here in the second half. He goes against the Quakers. Looked like Taterovich might have been the guilty party. Oh, excuse me, it went against the Thunder. So maybe the aggrieved party was Taterovich. Klemmer loses possession. Musselman puts it up. And a good sliding tackle by Gustafsson. There's balls in the middle of the pitch. Puts it out in front for Dye. Good positioning. Dye will look to spin and decides to drop it back. Thought perhaps Dye would have centered that ball on a cross, but instead he dropped it back to Ferguson. And here come the Thunder. Wilson loses his footing but puts it out front. And a good clearance by Lap Kamara as the shot attempt, I believe, by Musselman goes wide. So Lap Kamara will put the ball into play for the Quakers. I think Musselman would like to have that back and maybe take the shot a little sooner, as it did appear that the keeper was out of position. It looks like it's Peter Cashitas in goal for the Quakers. Punches that ball out of play, or out of the danger territory. Ball's fighting for it, and then Cashitas gets the ball. Kamara sends it up. Dye will not be able to get there before Macedo gets the ball. Cashitas now in goal for the Quakers, a sophomore from Paoli, Pennsylvania. Ferguson misses that header. Taterovich heads it to Balls, who puts it out. Trying to find Dye. Dye and Marshall. Dye still battling for the ball and is pulled off of it, and it will go as a foul against Dye. So free kick for the Thunder. Villanueva will put that ball into play. Klemmer will head it towards the Thunder goal. Now the Quakers will reset. Taterovich has the ball stolen from him by Bossy. And Bossy trying to find Musselman. That ball will go out of play. Quaker throw in. Johnson here on the touchline. Tries to find Zuniga. Wilson and Klemmer battling for that ball. Aiden comes out with it. Villanueva trying to put some moves on Victor Zuniga. Victor will block that ball out of play, and Villanueva will throw it in for the Thunder. Victor with the interception. Can he keep it alive? And he does. Dye will have room. Victor goes to the center of the pitch. Will Dye cross it? He does, and just a little late. Dye gets the ball back. Finds Balls. Balls will send the ball high over the net. Seems to be a consistent theme for the Quakers, sending shots high. Is getting under that equator of the ball a little too much. Now Macedo. Hockey Johnson. Nice tackle, but it stays in the Thunder's possession. Good job by Taterovich. That ball will get it back to Ferguson. Back to Taterovich. He'll send it deep to Balls. Balls has room to run. A lot of pace on that far side. He steals it, gets in nice position, tries to center it to Dye, and it is knocked back by the Thunder defenders. Ferguson, he'll put it up. Just past Dye, but Marshall is there. Marshall loses his footing, and both players, Marshall and Dye, lose their footing. And Dye is slow to get up. Dye appears to be okay, although he's moving a little slowly. And that was a handball, no call. It will be a goal kick for Cassius. Seemed like that was a clear handball. The lap Kamara. Sends it towards midfield. Ferguson eyeing it. Good maneuver around Zuniga by that far defender by the Thunder. Again, sorry, the numbers on the front do me no good, so it'll be a little tougher to see those guys on that far side. Ferguson drops it back to Taterovic. Taterovic, a little sloppy pass. That will allow Wayne Scott room, and then a good defensive move by Gustafsson. Taterovic with the ball on the far side. He is tripped up. Continues to have possession. Victor to Dye. And that pass in front of Ferguson just a little too heavy. So it'll be a throw in on the far side for the Thunder. Klimmer to Zuniga. Hockey Johnson putting a nice body onto Musselman. Lap Kamara not able to handle that ball cleanly on the initial touch. Gustafsson run up the center, looking for a place to go with it. Decides to send it over to Taterovic, and again a miss hit. De La Paz has his ball intercepted. Balls not able to corral that ball cleanly as Dye was on a run up the middle. And Ferguson with the body block. So that will be a foul against the Quakers. Free kick for the Thunder. And on the next opportunity for the Quakers, checking in will be Brady Bubb. Ball is up. Wayne Scott cannot keep it. De La Paz will send it to the corner. Running after it is Bossy. And there's a cross that was dangerous, but wound up being missed. And it looked like Wasaki was right there. So Bub will come in for Taterovic. Lap Kamara with the kick. Musselman heads it. Marshall battling for it with Villanueva. Klimmer to Dye, who had his jersey being pulled, and we get the call. Coach Gustine giving some instruction to the Quakers, and the Quakers will have a free kick. Lap Kamara will take the kick for Earlham. Sends it high to Ferguson. Ferguson leaps for the header and does not get it. And now we got a foul against Ferguson. We've got a stoppage of time. And it appears the official is going to go to his pocket, and he does. So Ferguson will be carded. First card of the game. As the cheers come up from Darrell Bean Stadium. It's my fans. That sounds like excitement over at Sadler Stadium. So back underway. Sounds like Dan maybe hit a grand slam to win the tourney title. It really was coaching, though, not skill. Balls on the near side. Dodges a sliding tackle by Musselman. Ball centers it to Dye. Dye continues to battle for it and will lose possession. Wilson now will come up for the Thunder. Gets it to De La Paz. All the way back to Craig. Wysocki to De La Paz. Back down to Craig. Bossy to Wilson to De La Paz. Near side here to Musselman. Musselman to Villanueva. Back to Musselman. Nice give and go. The Lap Kamara should be able to clear that. Maybe would have liked to have seen Cassius come up and get that ball. Wysocki, nice move, but Clemmer with the steal. Bub sends it up high for Dye, and just getting a piece of it was the defender. I believe that is Pelfrey. De La Paz off the chest. Marshall there loses the ball for a second, but a good job of screening Villanueva for balls. Here's Zuniga. Has Dye in the middle. Ball's trailing, and that's going to be a throw for the Quakers. Let's see if they go quickly. And instead, they're going to take their time, and Marshall will now take the throw. Marshall throws it for Dye, but it will go to Pelfrey, cleared out of play, and it'll be a throw for the Quakers. Marshall throws it to Zuniga. Back to Marshall. Marshall gets around the defender. Can he get to the ball? No. Taterovich back in for the Quakers as Hockey Johnson will come out. Yuki Adams back in. And looks like Brett Marshall will sit down. Macedo will take the kick. Official looking out for us, and we appreciate that. One of the good ones. Yuki Adams in the middle of the pitch. Drops it off to Balls. Balls gets around De La Paz. Balls went for the shot, and it was blocked by Craig. All the way back to Bub at midfield. Bub to Ferguson on the far side. Again, Ferguson playing with the yellow card. And that will be a corner for the Quakers. Corner number 3, the first of the second half. As we have approached or just under 31 minutes remaining in this half. We need a Quaker goal to prevent overtime. Good low ball put in by Yuki Adams on that corner. Clemmer will keep the ball in play. Sends it up. Middle of the pitch. Dye is there. What nice handball or punch out by Macedo, but it was nearly a mistake as the Quakers had an opportunity to punch it in. Now the Thunder on the counter. Wilson with Taterovich. Still battling. Here on the near corner, Wilson will center it, and nice catch by Cassius. Even though he's not wearing Rawlings gloves. Are you a Rawlings guy, Dan? He is. Cassius. We have a foul against the Thunder. So free kick for the Quakers. Inside the circle. Men is soft. You're soft, men. It's early September. I can't imagine how soft you're going to be in January. I'm Asian. That's no excuse.
It's so hot there.
Klemmer to Tatarovich. Right off of Wysocki. Yuki, nice job batting it to himself, and Wilson will kick it out, and they're going to have a foul on Yuki. So Wilson will take the free kick for the Thunder. Wilson decides to go short to Villanueva. Villanueva to Wilson. Wilson will center it. And what a close play as Cassius does come up with it. But I believe that was Bossy flying in for the near header. And it was. I mean, really, Coach, why even put numbers on the front of that kit? I mean, why? It's pointless. See, that's why Coach Sack is the best in America. He's accurately assessed the situation. A foul against the Thunder. Quakers again with the free kick. Aiden Klemmer, the roommate of men. How does he put up with you? I mean, let's be honest. You probably have that room like at 90 because you're soft. Klemmer sends it up as Gustafsson tried to get up for the header and just over his head, but nice positioning on the kick from Klemmer. Men's room's like a greenhouse. You probably got like tomatoes growing in there, don't you? 70. No way it's 70 in that room. Macedo. Tatarovich to Yuki Adams. Yuki puts a nice ball in front for Dye. And that was a handball, inadvertent. Dye continues to battle and loses the ball out of play. Thunder throw. Wysocki to Musselman. Back down to Craig. Tatarovich will intercept that. Klemmer with the header to Victor Zuniga. Drops it back to Yuki. Yuki has room. And a good sliding tackle. I believe that was Wysocki. And somehow it's going to be Thunder ball. Men is angry. Men is angry enough to make his room 85 instead of 90. That's how mad he is. Because the extra 5 degrees will be put off by his anger. Zuniga, another foul against the Quakers, and this will be called on Klemmer as Wysocki and Klemmer go to ground. I'm not entirely sure that all of the Thunder are on the same page, knowing that they were going to go fast on that free kick. Klemmer and Tatarovich cannot steal the ball. Now Tatarovich does. Puts it out for Victor. A little heavy, and De La Paz intercepts it. Another foul against the Quakers. And then Klemmer, incredulous. That's why he's men's roommate. Yuki Adams will push in the back to Wilson. Another foul right in front of the official. Not a smart move there. At least let the official turn his head. So free kick for the Thunder, excuse me. Looks like Villanueva or Wayne Scott will take the kick. Probably will be Villanueva here. Nope, it will be Wayne Scott, and it will go out of play. Lap Kamara will take the kick for the Quakers. Under 25 minutes remaining in this half. Approaching the halfway point of the second half. Deep kick by Kamara. Wilson. And De La Paz. Balls will take it away from De La Paz. Can Balls put it out in front for Dye? He does. Dye has a chance. The keeper is out of position. Dye's shot hits the crossbar. Again, a high shot. And missed opportunity for the Quakers. No, the horn. I meant the horn. Just started. Brett Marshall will come in for the Quakers. Let's see who will come out. Ferguson came out. Liam Ferguson checked out. Brett Marshall immediately gets in the action. Knocks the ball out of play. Thunder go quickly. Wilson. Back to Pelfrey. De La Paz. Comes near side to Villanueva. Yuki with the steal. Has Dye in front. Gets it to Dye. Back to Yuki. And just a little too much air under it. Took a little time off of that pass. Yuki needed it a little more into his body. But Macedo is living the charmed life because it could easily be 3-0. Couple of chances in the first half that did not go the Quakers' way, and a chance or two here in the second half. Good steal by Villanueva off of Balls. Musselman takes his eye off of it and loses it. Lap Kamara will throw it in for the Quakers. Yuki Adams loses possession. De La Paz spins, goes midfield. Pelfrey has his pass stolen by Bub. Marshall battling for it, taken away. Wilson. And here's an opportunity, and it sails high. The Thunder bench wanted a corner, but it will be a goal kick that Lap Kamara will take. Zuniga battling for the ball, gets it, has Dye, and Marshall goes Marshall on the far side. See if Marshall crosses. Winds up losing possession as Bossy drops it back to De La Paz. Gustafsson will clear it, goes all the way back to Cassius. Villanueva. Back to Villanueva. Back to Musselman. Musselman has his shot blocked by Gustafsson, and that was a good block. And Cassius comes out and gives a big thank you to Gustafsson. It'll be corner for the Thunder, their second. Wilson will take the corner. He puts it up high. Cassius loses it, I think, in the sun a little bit, and Lap Kamara heads it And Musselman heads it over the crossbar. And that was too dangerous for the Quakers. Musselman should not have been allowed to even get his head on that ball. Men would have undercut him. But he did fall flat on his back. Made men happy. We don't condone that sort of thing here, men. Simon Dickerson will check in for the Thunder at their next opportunity. Oh, so I'm sorry. Simon Dickerson is our guy. Clayton Duvall, freshman from Marysville, Ohio, will check in. And Lap Kamara is down, slow to get up, and we have a stoppage in time. With 19:24 remaining in the half, Lap Kamara gets up with a smile. Players appreciate the free break. Gustafson gets it right to Yuki Adams in space. Yuki to Die. To Yuki. Yuki tripped up by Wysocki, and that will be a foul. Joe Balls gets set up to take the free kick. De La Paz will be the one-man wall. See if Balls will go for the shot with a bend around De La Paz. It is headed by Dye all the way back to Balls. And it will be Thunder throw. Duvall will come in. I think that's 16. That's Logan Young who will come out. Logan walking a little gingerly. Bossy with Clemmer on him. Clemmer, nice steal. Has Dye. Gets it to Dye. Onside. Dye's shot is blocked. I didn't see the flag up. Oh, there it was. Okay. So it was offside. Didn't initially see the flag up, but it was up. So Macedo will go fast. Marshall to Clemmer. Clemmer spins. Will keep possession. Back to Bub. Pelfrey has it stolen by Zuniga. No call. Gustafson heads it back. Musselman gets the ball, gets around Lap Kamara. He will center it. And a good stop by Cassius. Looked like Bossy was coming up the middle. And pretty good cross by Musselman. And as much as the Quakers had the good offensive opportunities in the first half, I think save for that last couple of shots by Dye, that the more consistent offensive opportunities in the second half have gone to Trine. Tatarovich will throw it in to Victor. Victor tried to backheader to Yuki, but Yuki had moved positions. Good clear by Cassius, nearly taking Dan out. Wayne Scott couldn't get there before Cassius cleared it. And not a good attempt there by Wysocki.
What number?
Wenger will check back in for the Thunder. Bossy will sit down. Yuki Adams with the back header to Dye. Gets back to Yuki. Yuki will put it up. Can Dye get there? And just runs out of space before Macedo captures the ball. Under 15 to play in the second half. Balls misses the header. Gustafsson was there. Wenger. Now Yuki with room to run. Puts it out for Dye. Dye will get there. Again, Macedo out of position. Dye turns and fires, but Macedo was able to backtrack. Dye has made a number of excellent runs. It's starting to look a little winded. De La Paz is down. Slow to get up. And hops up on one leg.
Come on.
Marshall tripped up from behind. The ball will be cleared. Appears that Beaver will come in for De La Paz at their next opportunity. Throw in by the Quakers to Zuniga. It will be another Quaker throw. Bub on the far side. Throws it to Yuki. Yuki with the header and a defender, I think Craig, all over him. And it will wind up being a goal kick. So Beaver will, in fact, come in for De La Paz. Macedo will now put the ball into play. Musselman not able to keep that ball in play off of his chest. Quaker throw to Taravich to Zuniga. There'll be another Quaker throw. To Taravich to, yep, we've got a foul. Was it too long throwing it in? Is that what?
No, he threw it like this.
Oh, he's got to throw it forward, over his head, directly over his head. Beaver to Wilson. To Taravich, takes a shot in the kidneys. Battles through it, comes up with the steal. Fights for it with Villanueva and Yuki. Beaver. Wysocki tried to put it out front for Wilson. And Cassius will hold it for the Quakers. Marshall trying to track it down. It will go out of play and be a Thunder throw on the far side. Wilson to Wenger. Wysocki to Beaver. Beaver goes back to Villanueva and Yuki. Oh, and Two guys. Oh, a little extracurricular activity by Villanueva and Yuki Adams. And we have a stoppage in time. You got Dan's on top of it. Yuki gets the yellow card. Wow. Wow. Interesting. So Yuki with a yellow card, Liam Ferguson with a yellow card, and Villanueva scot-free. Earlier in the first half, right?
It was just Yuki. Yeah, I got that. Is that right? Did you call foul? Oh, I didn't do that. I probably should have did that first. Either way.
Wilson sends it high. Cassius comes off of his line and sent high out of play by Beaver.
Normally you do a foul. Okay, so.
Roland will come in. Victor Zuniga will come out. Still not 100% sure how. I'm still not 100% sure how Villanueva got away with nothing. Roland gets it to Yuki. Yuki tripped up. Again in action with Villanueva. Balls and Yuki still battling for it. Wilson. Now Taterovich. Runs up the center. Sends it to the far side to Marshall. Marshall with some histrionics. Loses, but it gets it back. Passes it to Klemmer. Here's Dye. Back to Klemmer. Klemmer has a shot. Blocked. And we'll go out of play and see what the whistle is. And we have another stoppage in time, which is what we love. We love delays. Dye is still down. Sure thought that would have been a Quaker corner, but it appears it will be a goal kick for the Thunder. Villanueva comes out. Young will be back in. As we're back underway, under 10 minutes to go. Actually, under 9 minutes. Young has his pass intercepted by Taterovich. Musselman tries to throw it in way higher than should be legally allowed. Nearly intercepted by Zuniga. Wilson has a run. Gets around Taterovich. Probably takes one extra touch too much. Zuniga will clear it. It'll be a throw for the Thunder. A corner. I thought Victor cleared it out on the touchline to be a throw, but it's going to be a corner. Wilson takes the corner kick. Wayne Scott went high to try to head it in. Quakers looking for Dye. Dye gets it off his chest. Spins. Has two defenders he has to beat. And loses it. Upset with himself. And here come the Thunder. Vinger. Taterovich heads it back to Balls. Joe and Dye not on the same page. ball's still alive, and the Quaker players were still discussing who was right and who was wrong. Wysocki has his pass intercepted by Lap Kamara, and it will go out of play and be a throw for the Thunder. Musselman tried to kick it off of Rowland. Instead, Dye will have it. Gets it back to Rowland, to Zuniga. Victor centers it. Marshall went for the header, and it goes weakly to Masato. Gustafsson with the header.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Summit Computers in Richmond is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware, service, support, and design services. They also provide web hosting, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and much, much more. Summit Computers, the official provider of RadioTroy.com. We'd like you to know why public power is important to you. In small towns and cities across America, locally owned public power systems like ours represent local people working together to meet local needs. Our only purpose is to provide an essential service at the lowest possible cost. This makes a big difference in rates and service, and all the benefits we produce at home stay at home. Richmond Power and Light, your locally owned electric utility. Together, we make powerful partners. Hi, this is Troy Darengowski of Radio Troy Digital Sports. There are plenty of places for me to get lunch or dinner, but there's only one Mancino's. In fact, I was just there for lunch the other day and had a delicious pizza grinder. That's just one of many choices I can get at Mancino's. How about a fresh salad? Several varieties of pasta, Mancino's Lights, or perhaps even an oven-baked spaghetti, or maybe a pepperoni pizza. So when you're looking for a great lunch or dinner, make sure you choose Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond.
Getting a lucky break rocks, but no one can be lucky all the time. Which is why when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the company that believes great coverage starts with care. A cost-free consultation offered to anyone, Farm Bureau client or not, that allows agents to get to know you better so they can help you prepare better. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Back once again here at Darrell Bean Stadium, and again, thanks as we talked a little bit of college baseball. Brandon Laird here on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management halftime report, and for the Quakers, we'll check down, of course, some of the numbers as they trail Southern Virginia here at halftime, 14-0. Team-wise, Southern Virginia 9 first downs, the Quakers with 6. In the rushing department, Southern Virginia 182 yards, the Quakers managing just 22 yards. And for Southern Virginia, no yards passing in the first half, Quakers just 47. So for Southern Virginia, 182 yards of total offense, the Quakers with 69 in the first half. For Southern Virginia, 7 penalties for 64 yards, and the Quakers 1 penalty for 5. Time of possession in the first half for Southern Virginia, 17 minutes, 44 seconds, and the Quakers 12 minutes and 16 seconds. Southern Virginia led by Lakeith Hopkins. He finished with 68 yards. He was the leading rusher in the first half. Sean Honeycutt only threw the football 4 times. No completions. Haven't seen that in a long time where a quarterback has nothing in the passing department in the first half of play. Wes Hundley, the leading rusher for the Quakers, 11 yards. Anderson finished with 9 before leaving the football game, and Malik Reed, so far 5 carries and just 2 yards. Anderson was 3 of 8 in the first half, 7 yards and a couple of interceptions. Wes Hundley, 2 of 7 for 40 yards in the first half as well. And in the receiving department, Elijah Bilal, 4 receptions and 42 yards. Scoring went like this. The first score of the ball game, Sean Honeycutt, 11:49 in that first quarter, 1-yard touchdown run. Sam Thurman with the extra point. That made it 7-0. And then in the second quarter, Southern Virginia scored at 3:25 to go, as Gilile ended up getting the 3-yard touchdown run. Thurman the extra point, and that made it 14-0 here at the half. We'll come back in just a moment. We'll have the second half coming up in a little bit. Then the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Halftime Report. This is Earlham Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Darrell Bean Stadium, located due south of the Athletics and Wellness Center, is home to the Earlham football, field hockey, track and field, women's lacrosse, and men's lacrosse teams. Completed in 2007, the stadium received a facelift in 2012 in the form of field turf and an 8-lane track. Named after Darrell Bean, class of 1955 and former director of admissions, the stadium seats up to 2,000 people. The Earlham football team calls a 90-person locker room their home during the fall, while each team who visits Darrell Bean Stadium uses the 80-person visiting locker room. Storage areas, concession stands, and restrooms are other amenities the stadium offers.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank, a bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, you are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive, and so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all handpicked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at Tony'sCarsales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales.
Vic gets it to Dye. Dye spins. Jumps over Wysocki. Rolling. Nice pass to Marshall. Marshall will get there. He will center it, and it's in! The Quakers get the goal! And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it's Earlham 1, Trine 0.
Assist by who?
Went off the defender.
What was the assist off of?
I don't know how to put on goal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got to be an on goal. But Marshall going to be credit.
So it comes off of the Marshall kick that went off of the defender, so it technically is an own goal. And I think that might have been Craig.
Thank you.
But regardless, it's 1-0. With just over 5 minutes to go.
Good ball.
Can the Quakers hang on the gift from the Thunder? Here's Rowland. But although it was off of a Trine defender, the Quakers still had to be in position. And Marshall certainly did that. Here's Wysocki to Wilson. Wayne Scott will drop it back, and they try to get to Vinger. Bub is there. Will go out of play. Nope, stays in. Marshall battling for it. That's going to be a foul on Marshall. So you know that Trine is going to be much more aggressive now, trying to get the equalizing goal. Wilson with the kick. Ball is high. Cleared by Tatarovich. All the way back to Young. Spin by Musselman. It will go out of play. Beaver was in the area and had an opportunity to head it. I think Cassius is maybe a little fortunate to get away with that series without a goal. Lap Kamara. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Can the Quakers hang on for their first victory of this season? Rowland and Zuniga not on the same page there. Klemmer, the sliding tackle, gets it to Marshall. Marshall tried to find Dye, and Dye was going the opposite direction. Again, puts his hands out to his side, getting a little frustrated with some of his compatriots. Rowland. A little late trying to get it to Dye. Marshall will get it on the far side, but a good sliding tackle by Duvall. Duvall on the far side to Vinger. Bub is there to clear it. Out of play. It will be the Thunder ball. 2.5 minutes remaining in the second half. Wysocki. Now Musselman. Drops it off for Wilson. Zuniga checking him right into Gustafsson, and Klemmer will clear it. So it will stay in play, and that's going to be a foul on Dye as he pushes Craig down. Wilson. Official not very happy with Dye. Wilson sends it up high, and Cassius did not touch it. Fortunate for the Quakers, as it will be a goal kick. Vinger gets the ball quickly to the Quakers. They need to salvage every second they can. 1:16 to go. Kamara needs to take every second that he can. He has 6. Actually goes a little faster than I thought. Clemmer. He'll send it deep. Dye chasing after it. He will not get there. No, it's offsides. So the Thunder will try to go quickly. 42 seconds. Tatarovich heads it to Ball. At what point do you bring Macedo up, if at all? Wilson. Good steal by Ball. And then Wilson just sends it to the new building. And that's going to, and why do we have a stop? Because why do we stop the clock there? Sam Plinky will come in for Dye. 14 seconds to go. And it will be a kick for the Quakers. Don't start the clock till it leaves the penalty area. Marshall heads it. Plinky battling for it. Gustafson heads it. Got 1 second, and that's going to do it. The Quakers get the victory. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, the Earlham Quakers get the 1-0 lead or victory over the Trine Thunder. The goal will count as an own goal, but it came from a kick by Brett Marshall. The Quakers run their record to 1-1 on the season, and they will return to play at Matlack Field here September 7th against Wabash. And your Wesley Bates Wealth Management Player of the Game, I got to give it to Brett Marshall because it was his kick that led to the goal. So Brett Marshall will be named the Wesley Bates Wealth Management Player of the Game, and we certainly enjoyed bringing this broadcast to you. Again, the Quakers will be back in action September 7th at 5 p.m. against Wabash. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great Labor Day weekend, as the Earlham men's Quaker team certainly will, off of the 1-0 victory over the Trine Thunder. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great evening, everyone.
Honesty, quality, and price sell cars.
The last time I was in for service at Best One, I let Roger know my brakes were squeaking. So they checked them out, and Roger told me it was just a little moisture. Not to worry. Everything was fine. Well, that was just the reassurance I needed. I trust the team at Best One, just like I trust my own dad.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark. At Best One Tire and Service, we only fix what needs to be fixed. When your car or truck leaves our shop, the service you request will be done right. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
Back once again here at Darrell Bean Stadium as we get set for the second half. And once again, it will be Quakers who will kick the football off. Again, it was Southern Virginia who deferred in the first half. See if we can check who will be deep now for Southern Virginia. As I mentioned, those white numbers on that gray is always hard to see. Looks like John Harris is deep, and also deep will be Shea Reed. And so here we go as we're ready for the second half. We'll get rid of the graphics and get this one underway again in the third quarter. Short kick and to the outside, 40-45. I don't know if they meant to kick it short, but it went short. Adam Davis out of Salem, Utah. There for the Knights, and so we'll see that Knights offense come back once again. We talked about Sean Honeycutt, came in. Ty Jones had started the ball game. Jeff Gwynn, the head official now
putting this one underway as we'll have the football at the 46-yard line. First down for the Knights. Quakers defense we talked about, they've been out there a lot, and they'll run the football. The Knights get it down to about the 50. Well, Jay Kelly, the senior, getting credit for the tackle. So gain of 4, second down and 6. Well, they got some big receivers. Looking at David Beatty earlier and Michael Carroll, both guys at about 6'3", 6'4". Surprised they don't try to throw to those guys a little bit more, but they run this option so much. And again, a run right against the Quakers' front line down to about the 48-yard line. And I think we've got another flag down. It's becoming a rather sloppy football game. And it looks like it's going to go against Southern Virginia again. Well, let's wait and see. They moved it back. Now they're moving it up. Well, they call a false start.
Illegal formation.
Well, we're going to see illegal formation instead.
Second down.
So second down and 11. Knights again, no change in their formation. They'll go man in motion option in the pitch. Honeycutt will give it off to his tailback. That is going to be John Harris. Harris, big yardage inside the 40. Quakers on pursuit. I don't see any flags down. I guess we'll have to keep looking to make sure that there are no flags down, but it'll be first down to the 39-yard line. So first and 10 once again. Well, this got to be a stop right here. The Quakers offense unable to move the football. The defense is going to have to get a stop. But boy, the way they run the football right now, they'll just keep grinding it. Here's the pitch. This time the Quakers pursue, and first one to come up to make the hit, Dan O'Donnell out of Arcanum High School. Put the football at the 39-yard line. Now it'll be second down, as again, that'll be no gain. We'll call it second down and 10, just coming up on 13 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Lorenzen split wide to the right. Wings on each side. Once again, a little bit of a different formation out of this shotgun. Here's the pitch. And maybe a yard gain coming up for the Quakers, Dennis Colley. They also had Dan O'Donnell there again. And so it's going to be third down.